Hey guys, I'm back with another beer review, and today we have this one in from the Netherlands. It's called Bird Brewing, and the special thing about this Bird Brewing is all the names for their beers will be named after some kind of birds. So I think these guys are really bird watchers or something. I don't know, but they're really into their birds. And it has the hats, the Christmas hats, so it's actually beery Christmas number 26 already, if you can count it that way. So this one comes in at 9.2% ABV. It is a winter beer. It's called Apres Kievit. So Kievit is a bird, and it's called Apres Kievit. So a winter beer. It's an oak-aged Jägermeister. So you have to drink it really cold. Maybe some guys have seen it, the commercial, like back in the days. I remember seeing it on the Dutch TV, like in Belgium. It was saying like you have to drink it really ice cold, the Jägermeister. But we're gonna drink this around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, and we take the Christmas hat off. And the price is still on there, guys. The price I paid for it, 4.50, so 4.5 euros. What is really much if you in Belgium it is really high for a beer.
What?
But then again, it's been shipped from Netherlands to Belgium, so that's also another thing, of course. You have to ship these things all over to Belgium. It's not that far, but it's a special beer also. I think it's gonna be loads of Jägermeister and then oak aged. So I don't know how they did it, the oak aged. They could do it with some, the oak chips. They could do it or just in barrels, but I don't know about those barrels. If it's not saying like oak aged on, I don't know what kind of barrels. I think it will be with those oak chips to it. So not much of a head, but 9.2% ABV. You're not expecting too much of a head, but I can smell the maltiness, the sweetness. It's really, I think it's gonna be really full in taste, and you see, it has that bourbon, like ruby red thing to it. So I think there are dry fruits in there, but the Jägermeister is of course another type of. I never had a Jägermeister, I gotta tell you guys, so I'm quite going in blind in this review, never having a Jägermeister, and therefore seeing how much it's been infused with the beer, like how it's been changed, how much will be in there in this one from the Jägermeister itself. I don't know about that part, but when you look at the price, I think it's gonna be, because most of the times these beers in Belgium will be like 2 euros or something. So this one, I think they will add a notch to this beer, a load of special things, and I'm hoping they did, of course. For that price, they rather do it. We're gonna try it first on the nose. Cheers, guys. Like I told you, I get the really maltiness, the sweety maltiness, then a little bit boozy. It's gonna be sweet, I'm sure of it. Like you can smell the sweetness on the nose. There is much sweetness. It's also some licorice, those things again, the dry fruits. We're gonna try it. Cheers, guys. This is really dry.
Ow!
It is full in taste. You get rather much spices to it. And there is indeed, the background is Jägermeister 100%. I can get the booziness. It is already slight warming even. So there is loads of Jägermeister in this one. And you can really feel it. It's like fading, like, how do you call it? Vaping away? I don't know how to tell it, but like when you breathe out, it will be dry in your mouth, and like it's really much of alcohol, but there is not much of booziness to it. If you look at the 9.2% ABV, but in the taste, it tastes really boozy. So that's already a sign there is rather much Jägermeister in this one. And for the price I told you guys, I'm sure they did like, maybe like, I don't know how much, but it could be like 10%, 15%, and you will taste it, of course. If they add this amount of Jägermeister to a beer, to a beer they brew themselves, with some malts and like the Christmas beer underneath, with the cinnamon and the licorice and some umami and all these things, the dry fruits, then the sweet woods, the yeah, all the, and it's rather, it smells really sweet on the nose. It isn't sweet in the taste. It is really dry. Um, for the style, I'm gonna rate it for the style, of course. I never had something like this. It's gonna be really close to other ones that are also dry, but aged in different barrels, of course, because we're talking about a barrel aged one. This is just with the Jägermeister. It feels like really barrel aged. It isn't. It is oak aged, but with some chips. I'm quite sure of that. So let's give this. Yeah, I'm gonna give this because it's really a daring thing to do. 7.5 out of 10. It's not because the price is €4.5. I don't care about these prices most of the time, but I think it's really full in taste, and that's what made me like enjoy this one. It's really complex also, so if you can find it, guys, it's a limited one again. Do buy it. So I'm gonna round it up. So this one gets 7.5 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna leave you guys. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, a beer a day keeps Dr. Ray. Cheers.